Hi, this is Lorraine Justice, live from Lorraine's house, and I'm here to announce Core 77 winners for the strategy and research section of this competition. So I'm glad you could join us. If you're viewing this, it's because the live transmission did not go out, and so we've got this recorded portion for you. So thanks for joining us. Okay, let me tell you who the other jurors were. We had Tim Fletcher from Daedalus in Pittsburgh. We had Don Carr, head of design at Syracuse, and Katherine Bennett from Art Center in California. We chose these members because they were expert in the areas of design and strategy research surrounding those projects, and I thought it was important we had these types of people joining us. So they did a great job, and I'm here to read some of their comments and let you know how our day went and who won. So, okay, let's get started. I'm going to be reading a few things for you. So, first I'll start with the student categories. And we had some notable projects. Now, these aren't the winners, these are the notable ones. And one of the first ones was the KPCC Plus from Art Center graduate project, and it was really around Southern California Public Radio and how to attract more listeners. And we thought that these students did a great job of really exploring what the issues were around attracting more listeners in this area and analyzing the steps that they could use social media in. So they came up with a great product idea, and we thought it was notable. So congrats to them. The second notable was from Monash University in Melbourne, Australia. So congratulations to Mandy Shookman, and she did the Reach and Match project, and it's a visually impaired toy for students. And it really helps students to understand Braille, lets them play, and look at different ways that they can increase their understanding of shapes and forms and such. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to the runner-up. We've got the Easy Rise Walker for Senior Citizens by Mike Seskakis of the University of Illinois at Chicago. And the Easy Rise is a walker for senior citizens and addresses key issues for when senior citizens try to stand up to get out of their seat. This is usually a difficult point of locus for them. And so this piece was designed to help at that particular critical point and avoid falls and things like that. So kudos to Mike for that project. I'd like to read what one of the jurors said. Donald Carr said, though this research was conducted with seniors, the numerous subtle but effective design improvements that resulted from this research will benefit a wide range of individuals. So we're getting more into universal design rather than just helping particular senior citizens. At first glance, this entry appeared to be yet another exercise in design research. However, the discovery phase of this research process resulted in major change in the project and for the individual needs. And Tim Fletcher said, great research that not only solidified the fact that older people do not want to be stigmatized, but more importantly, discovering that the real problems were not in the walking with the walker, but the entry and exit from the walker. So these are really fine points in the design process that were greatly helped by research and strategy. We had another runner-up, and this was the ENTO team from the Royal College of Art in London. And this was Aaron Desan, Jackie Chung, Jonathan Fraser, Julian Argyle, who also worked with Kim Isu in London. And so they were looking at how to entice people to eat insects. And I found it fascinating that they went through a lot of the research about why insects were preferable to, say, cows for protein, and looking at the environment and issues related to raising livestock, and why people should be eating insects. And through the research and strategy, the thing that really came through that was great is that, if people see an insect in its original form, it's not too appetizing. But when they are formulated in a different type of way, okay, visually disguised, I would say, um, people are a little more attuned to maybe having an insect for dessert or the main meal. So anyway, kudos to them. They did a great job, and that may be in our future. A little bit shades of Soylent Green, but that's okay. Okay, let's go to the winner. The winner, um, defining patient-centered design opportunities in stereotactic breast biopsy by Charlotte Lux of the University of Notre Dame, who worked with Professor Anne-Marie Conrado. And this was a great project, of course. It helps to diagnose breast cancer and hopefully relieve a lot of the pain experienced by women undergoing the traditional mammogram. So let me read one of the jurors' comments here. Okay. Katherine Bennett said, it's an excellent job of observing, documenting, and analyzing the issues with a very difficult but common medical procedure. Textbook example of how to do straight ahead, old school observational research and analysis. And she's correct, because it is this research around observation and analysis that gives designers ideas for how to design and how to do things differently, and say, what if we didn't have to do this or do that. And so very effective use of research tools. So congratulations to that team. Okay, let's see. And now we're into the professional part of our program, looking at the notables and winners. So let's take a look at that. So for notable, the redesign of the UK emergency ambulance by the Helen Hamlin Center for Design at Royal College, they were considered notable. And the description is that it's a redesign that aims to improve the patient experience and enhance clinical efficiency by providing a better treatment space with improved equipment and technology. And so they were looking at the redesign of the interior and patient experience around those ambulances in the UK, and did a good job. Another notable in this category was the UNICEF project, Moana by Frog for UNICEF, and this was done in San Francisco. So a description of this is, it's a mobile service that delivers HIV lab results in real time to rural clinics in a messaging platform. This is often a critical thing in the regions, especially in third world countries and other countries, where they need to get results quickly about whether the AIDS is positive or negative, and waiting weeks sometimes in some of these places isn't effective. And so we're talking about real-time results and getting that information back to people quickly, so they can do what they want with that information. Another notable, which was also one of my favorites, it was the No Right Brain Left Behind project. And it was by the U.S. education system. It was for the U.S. education system team. And this is close to my heart, because it really deals with valuing the right brain, and having those types of students educated in a way that they can appreciate some of the other disciplines and also help other disciplines understand and work with the more creative areas. So the No Right Brain Left Behind was a 7-day innovation challenge, and the winning idea was from BBDO in Chicago, and it's in pre-production. And so it's really helping U.S. schools to rethink creativity in the schools and how to adjust the curriculum to help these kids. So I think this could do nothing but help the entire world. The U.S. is in danger of losing a lot of its creative curriculum in first and secondary schools, and trying to recapture a lot of that creativity at the college level is difficult at best. So I think this is a very notable project, and I wish them well. Let's see. The other runner-up, Frog Mob, crowdsourcing platform for global by Frog in San Francisco. And Frog Mob is a website and mobile app that taps into an active global network for designers, students, enthusiasts who capture stories, images, and insights from around the world. And so it offers designers unique material early on in the process and in a cost-effective manner. So it's used as a tool. It's a little bit like cool hunting and crowdsourcing all together. It's really a fascinating thing. Let me read one of the jurors' comments. Tim Fletcher says, how often does a company truly build a collaborative and open system that helps itself and the profession in general? Frog is upping the game for research and information gathering on a worldwide level. And again, very cool. So we've got a runner-up in this category. And again, it's by the Royal College of Art. And Jonathan West, Grace Davey, Oliver Anderson, Andrea Brody, Maria Kraft-Salas, Professor George Hanna, Charles Vincent, and Jeremy Myerson were involved in this project. And it's called Designing Out Medical Error. And it was a 3-year multidisciplinary research and design project. And so a team of designers, clinicians, psychologists, and patient safety experts were brought together to look at medical error. Gee, they should have had the doctors in there too, but anyway, I'm sure they did. I'm teasing. Anyway, they were looking at where in the process things might fail, and where they can reduce error. And Donald Carr said, what stood out for me with this entry was the attention given to how medical errors occur within an environment of constantly changing variables. The research approach was great. However, he believes the findings offer a series of solutions that address patient needs in a modest yet elegant fashion. So the more he learned about their process, the more persuaded and convinced he was that they really could find and expose a lot of the medical errors that occur. Okay, let's get to the grand finale, the professional winner in this category. And it's the GE User Experience Strategy and Capacity Building by Frog Design. And it's great. Frog's been so active. It shows their work is award-winning. They're doing great things, and the whole jury wants to commend them for that. So the project that they won the top prize for is a strategy to increase GE's capacity to engage in user-centered design and deliver superior software user experiences across all of its businesses. The strategy was developed and communicated over the course of 11 months through a broad range of tools and activities that engage stakeholders throughout the organization. So it really is it's a social system, it's an analysis system, it's something that will help facilitate medical communication and information issues, and the impact is huge. So commend them for what they've done. Katherine Bennett had a comment on the medical error. She said the professional level version of best practices in medical product environmental research. She loved this one. Very thorough and complete. The framework of the presentation is crystal clear. Problem, insights, solutions, and how it works, leading her to believe that meaningful action will be taken to implement the researcher's recommendations. She has a good point here. Very often, a lot of this work is uncovered. People suss out what's wrong, but very rarely are things implemented. But it looks like the Frog GE team are actually going to move towards implementation of some of their more better findings. So often it's conducted in, often research is conducted and presented but not acted upon. She said the work might be well executed, but if it's badly communicated to the client, this is both well done and well presented, and as a result, closes the loop in a very effective way. What she's saying is that they have developed a system that does close the loop for the patient, the clinician, and medical procedures, what's going on. So it's really a completeness that the patient will have, and hopefully that can lead to better healing and patient satisfaction. So that's pretty much it. There are more comments on the web. Report 77. I've just given you the highlights of it. We had a great time. We were very proud of the profession and everyone who entered. It was very difficult. We had excellent entries. So commendations to those who won. Thank you.